Good morning everyone and welcome to the day in the life of me. So I have plans today. Sorry guys, I've just come out of the shower. As you can see, I have a mop on my head right now, but I promise it will look half decent afterwards. So today's plan is I need to get breakfast. It is around 10 o'clock. So breakfast, I've got to do some work, I've got to shoot a video, and what else is on the agenda today? I think that's around it. They're my target list to get done for today. I'm going to take you on the journey with me. So, like I said, breakfast first. I personally find it one of the most important meals of the day. Okay, I kind of find every meal the most important meal of the day, and snacks are very important too. But I'm just going to show you what I'm having for breakfast now. So guys, I usually on a weekend have like sourdough bread and eggs and spinach and avocado and just like all this kind of stuff. But today I have run out. I need to do a food shop at some point. So I'm going to have what I usually have Monday to Friday, but slash with a weekend twist. I do have a super sweet tooth, so I am going to add a little bit of sweetness in with this breakfast as well. I have oats. I usually like large porridge oats, but they didn't have any when I went to the supermarket, so I just went with a normal size oats. Chia seeds I add into the mix. This is super quick and easy, hence why I do it on a Monday to Friday. I then do milled linseed. It's got goji berries, sunflowers and pumpkin seeds in it as well. It's kind of got a little bit of a sweetness, obviously, with all the dried fruit. And then lastly, but not least, I then do, because I like the crunch that happens with the flaxseed, linseed, but just it's in the brown form. If you have never seen them, they look like little, can you see that? There you go, that's what they look like. So I'm going to add that into the bowl of yumminess. And then I just get a spoon and I mix it all together whilst it's dry. Now, weirdly enough, because I find like quite a lot of taste in this, and I add, like, sometimes I add banana, or I add peanut butter, well I use almond butter and stuff like that, so I use water. And I know this is quite controversial, as people know I am dairy free, so I could use alternative kind of milk type things, but I just like water. I like to keep it plain and I like the taste of everything else. I'm gonna hit the kettle because I love a green tea in the morning. So guys, I'm going to ask, this is, I'm going to register that, I get army to carry the camera around. What do people think in regards to porridge? How do you like your porridge? I'm very controversial because I love my porridge to be thick and paste-like. As in, I want to scoop it up and it barely comes off the spoon because it's so paste-like. Some people like it like soup. Oh, I don't know how people do the soup thing. Definitely not my cup of tea. But add in the comments below how you like your porridge and what you put in with your porridge as well. As I said before, I sometimes add bananas. I'll add almond butter and stuff. Today I'm going to do a slight twist, which I'm going to show you in 2 seconds once my porridge is done. And yeah, what else can you put in there? Let me know. And as you can see, I keep my tea bag in because I like my green tea super strong. And always have a bottle of water of some sort by me. So guys, I'm going to show you the consistency. I just like to stir it around after it's come out the microwave and kind of let it rest. So please don't hate me, because I know a lot of people have an issue with how I like my porridge consistency. I'm going to show you, no judgment please, no judgment zone. But this is how I like my porridge. As I said, I like it so it barely comes off the spoon. Or basically doesn't come off the spoon. But as I said, I just stir it and I let it rest. Then, once it's rested, as it's the weekend, you gotta treat yourself. Life is worth living and all that jazz. So I use this Au Chocolat dairy-free chocolate, and I believe it's actually vegan-free as well, is it? It's plant-based. So it says that it is PETA. 10% of the profits get donated to PETA as well, so that's always a bonus when you're eating to do a good deed. And it has no palm oil as well, which is great. Anyway, I digress. Then I literally just take a spoonful. You know, you gotta take a good spoonful, and then I pop that in the middle and I let it melt in with the rest of the porridge. I'm gonna crack on with my breakfast and then I need to crack on with some work. So I am just concentrating on my social media platforms at the moment and just having a look at if I'm on the right track. As I've said before, I think it's sometimes so easy to kind of change or forget the direction of where your brand is, what your brand represents as time goes on. So you'll see here as well, right from the beginning of time, how my page has evolved. And like I said, everything's a case of learning and you know, trying to do better. So initially you can see I had a wonderful family member take pictures for me. However, that wasn't going to be I wasn't able to maintain that because it was just taking too much of her time and my time. So then obviously I then started to just take my own photos, but I was feeling like it was just looking really messy. I was feeling that the page wasn't really impacting in regards to, you know, showing women how how of different shapes and sizes and just how amazing like women can be in different styles. Like I love 1 minute wearing something which is super casual, for instance, and then I like wearing something which is, you know, which is dressier, you know, which is kind of, you get your heels on, etc. So I wanted my page to obviously represent all of this, and this is what I'm creating now. I'm a lot happier with the style and with the look and what is happening with my Instagram. I also have my Pinterest page, which again, I have different looks and things. These links, these adverts kind of that I've put up, let me just click into this one, relate to my blog that I have, which is chattingbreeze.blog. So people can click on this and then go onto my blog. So I've been creating a few of those now, and I'm still just figuring out how I want those to look and what engages with the audience the most. But I also study kind of engagement, what's getting more likes, what people are engaged with, and still, as I said, and still learning. So they are my two main social media platforms that I use. I also do have a Facebook page, but I'm not doing anything too crazy on that right now. It's more or less replicating my Insta, because my Insta is obviously also on my Facebook. So I just wanted to show you what I'm going to be doing with my hair. So it's dried off now, so I tend to leave it, looks like a big mane, but I tend to leave it as much as I can to dry naturally. Just sometimes I might just kind of dry it by the roots, just kind of dry it off a little bit, but then the rest I allow to dry naturally. And I'll just kind of, yeah, just keep it down and stuff like that. So I wanted a bit of a wavy look today. So either I do that one of two ways. I either just tie it up like this, and then just twist it, the age-old twisting technique. So that's literally just grab it with one hand in a ponytail, and then I get my finger like this and I twist it round my finger, and then just flick it into a bob. And then I usually use a clip like this, and I just clip it in, and then that's it, and I leave it like that for the day. However, if I'm in more of a rush, because sometimes that will take ages to be able to dry off like that. So if I'm on a rush, I know people use GHDs. However, I still haven't, I don't straighten my hair or anything like that, but I still haven't been able to get to grips with it. The curl, I can do it on the right side, but this side, when I have to use my left hand, I find really tricky, and it just looks like a state. So I go with my age-old curler. This is just a Babyliss curler. And depending on how curly I want the hair to look, then I leave it on there for longer. So what I definitely do is I take it into sections, and I just want some kind of loosey waves. Loosey waves? Okay. So I have brushed my hair out. As you can see, it's naturally got some kink in it because I've had it tied up in a bit of a bun as it was drying. So before I then had to take it down just to dry it all off. I use a heat defense leave-in spray when I'm going to apply any heat to my hair, just because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you just need to do the right thing. So I literally just spray a distance away, and then I always have a brush nearby. I brush it through, and then I just take the amount that I want to obviously curl at one time, or just wave through, and I bring it round the curling tong, like so. And I just wait for it to heat up, and then I go again. So I just curl from where I want the curl to be, round the wand. And sometimes if you've got longer hair, you need to kind of wiggle it along the wand. And I like mine to kind of just be different lengths and natural, so I tend to kind of also brush out as I'm doing it. Sorry, my hair is quite long, so as you can see. So I'm going to do, I find it easier if I clip some of it so it gets the rest out the way, gets that bit out the way, and then I can focus on the hair that I do want to deal with at that time. So it just depends how long, like I said, you want to, or how curly you want your hair to be, as to how long you leave it on the wand for. And also I do find that if I have left it so it's too curly, now there's only so much you can do about it, in my opinion. If I have if your hair's obviously dry and everything like that, there's only so much you can do. But I do find I just brush my hair out, so I just keep brushing it and brushing it to try and get the curls to loosen and drop a little bit. So, and then I'll run my hands through it. I'll just kind of put some weight to it almost, so it just kind of, yeah, doesn't look so curly. And I find that works. You do need a little bit of time though. You can't just brush it once, otherwise the curls come back again. And do not hairspray your hair if you want the curls to drop, because that bad boy is going to stay for quite a while, I find, if I curl it. And I find the more I put in the wand at one time, the less curly, the less intense the curls kind of tend to be. So I try not to put too much in at one time. And I like the curls to just kind of look more or natural. Because then it doesn't matter if they're not looking completely perfect with one another. They don't look exactly the same. Otherwise you've got to be very specific, or particular, should I say, when you want the curls to look uniformed. So last batch. By the time I get to the end, I get a little bit kind of slapdash happy, as my mum says. But we will see. And then I brush the whole lot out because I want to just make sure it doesn't all look crazy. So I brush it all out, run my hands through it. Because then once I have definitely liked, if I feel like it's looking good, looking okay, I then just take a bit of an oil for the hair and put a tiny, can you see that? Tiny dot. I don't even know if you can see that running, because it just goes so far and I don't want to make my hair greasy. And I only run the oil as you can see, from where I can grab down. I don't put it at the top of my hair, the roots of my hair, otherwise it will make your hair look greasy, and there is no getting away from that. You just have to rewash your hair or put your hair up. So just a tiny bit goes a long way. So any oils I find just last so long because I don't need to replace them that much. Anyone with long hair, I think, can get expensive if you're trying to put treatments and hair things on it, and conditioners and shampoos and more conditioners. And maybe I just lather, like I literally swamp my hair in conditioner in the shower when I wash it. But with lockdown and not being able to have gone to the hairdresser, you kind of just got to do what you got to do. And then I just run my hands because I don't want it to be all fluffy at the top. And one good trick I did learn, you know the flyaways you can get at the top of your hair? I don't know, maybe I've probably still got some. Oh, that was another thing. You can just at the end just do this if you do have any left over, and it helps. But you can get flyaways at the top of the thing, so you know those little ones which just kind of go everywhere, the little blighters. So if I get a hairdryer, I just tend to put the hairdryer on the top and just smooth it down, and that helps as well. And then with the oil, if I have any left, so you can kind of feel your hands are nice and silky afterwards, I just do a quick little like this. But never, do not put the oil on your hand straight away and go from top to bottom. Sometimes I like a little more, sometimes I like a little less, and it kind of warms up in your hand as well, so it just goes a bit further. But I won't now spray my hair or anything with any hairspray, because my curls will just stay like this, and I don't want them to be like frozen still or anything. I don't need that for the day, so I'm just going to let them just do their thing. They've already had heat on them, so I don't want them to have anything extra if it's not needed. So afterwards, because I like my hair a little vermooshed at the top, a little volumized, I do get my clip, my little trusty friend, and I do parrot hair. I call it parrot hair, where I just take the clip and I pull it like this and sit it on top. So if I'm just at home on my own, this is actually how it looks, and this is just me being real deal. So it looks crazy, but it just gives it more volume. And I will show you what I do with the hairspray in a bit. So I leave this until I'm just about to go out the door, and then I spray my hair just at the roots to give it a little bit of volume and a bit of vermouche. But I just leave here. I don't like spray hard on the ends or anything like that. Guys, just also wanted to show you, so this is my hair today. So this is the end result of my hair. So as you can see, it's just a little curled, quite relaxed, nothing crazy going on. And just wanted to show you outfit, excuse the slippers, but these are some new jeans I bought from H&M, just in case anyone was wondering. And actually I think this hoodie is from H&M as well. Look onto my videos. So I have some videos that I need to create content for, and that I need to edit, etc., which is what I'll be working on now. But yeah, this was a day in the life of moi, and just showing you some bits and pieces as to what I'm doing at the moment. Hope that everyone else has an amazing day, and I will speak to you next week on the next vlog.